All right, 3 in the morning. These things are often lost. They won't even upload to YouTube anymore, so I've just had this massive backlog of videos that I've not been able to do anything with. But I'm realizing a lot of stuff recently. It's almost strange to verbalize it, but if I don't, I might forget it. So I guess I'm doing this for me. But the women in your past, you have to just let go of. It is, part of why you want to hold on, even though you've done a good job at coming a long way from there, still you hold on some. And part of the reason you do is because you think, well, they know me so well, and it would be so difficult and take so long for someone to know me so well, and they'll never know me the way this person does because they didn't know me for this at this during this period of time, right? Or these periods of time, whatever. But truthfully, that might actually be an advantage. That might actually be a good thing. And I think, well, now I have these problems and I'm sad. I don't have to be. That's a choice. That is a fucking internal choice of mine to be sad and think about that shit. Think about my past and let it weigh me down. In reality, I get to be whoever I want to be, and I can present myself as that. So I need to really work on not thinking about my problems, not thinking about the past, which are kind of one and the same in a lot of ways. I know it still persists currently, but just not letting it drag me down in that way and reinventing myself, or rather just presenting myself without any of that, which I do publicly, but then behind the scenes, I let it come out to people when I think there's an opportunity or that there's someone I'm not afraid of pushing away as much as someone else, because I always feel this need to do that. And I think if I just didn't think about it so much and let it overwhelm me and really, really weigh on me the way it does, I wouldn't feel the need to like open the floodgates. I wouldn't feel like it's overflowing because I just don't need to think about all that. That's what it is. It's thoughts, right? It's just thoughts. And, we suffer a lot more mentally than in the real world, in imagination than in reality. I think that was Seneca that said that. One of the Stoics for sure. That was part one. I forget what the rest was now because it's late. I should sleep early. I always say that and I never do. Maybe I actually should. God knows I need to make some changes out here. Can't beat myself up so much. What good does that do? I don't know why I'm doing it again. Does no good. Thinking about my past and how much time has gone, it doesn't do fucking shit, man. It doesn't do fucking shit. And it just makes you unhappy. You can move forward and you can be happy. But looking backward is never going to get you there. And that is a fact. And worrying about your future, it's going to paralyze you. Worrying about what might happen. The bad, the pain that you might feel, the fear that comes from all of that, the fear of the uncomfortable, the painful, the difficult paralyzes you. And fear paralyzes you, leaves you stagnant, and ruins your life. You gotta overcome fear. You gotta do shit in spite of fear. In spite of the fear. Can't let fear control you. You have to be in control of your own life. Fear is not in control of you. You will fucking smash straight through the fear. Straight through it. And the more you do it, the more you'll know that that is what you do. And that is what you can do. And that is what you will do. There's a lot out there. Opportunities everywhere. But thinking too much is bad. It is about anything. I could sit here and think about all the infinite possibilities of what is, could be, could have been, and what good is any of that? So that's the problem with an overactive mind. It leads to the anxiety and the worries and the imagining of things that have never happened. And part of that's creativity. Ooh, I can write stories. Wow. But part of it leads to immense suffering if you let your mind run wild, and you can't do that. Believe in yourself at your fullest. And I remember the other part now. Put yourself out there and try your best. Actually give things 100%. Don't be afraid to. Actually do your best that you possibly can on things. Don't wait till the last minute. Don't procrastinate them till the last minute like I have. Multiple, just this week, 2 different job things I did at the very, very last minute. Pulled all-nighters to do both of them, and they were like a couple days apart just this week. Can't do that anymore. It's not cool. It's not funny. It's not any of those things. It's not spunky or, wow, look at my great personality. No, it's destructive in a bad way, and it hurts me. It's bad for my health. It's bad for my life. Do things, tackle them straight on. Don't be afraid, and give it your all. And don't be fucking afraid of what you can be. This is not life. You might be comfortable in, I mean, yes, it is, but like, this is not what it can be. You might be comfortable in your current state, and your mind might have tricked you to seep into this for the sake of comfort and things remaining the same. But you can achieve anything you want. Anything. Don't stay stagnant out of fear of your own potential. You have to reach for things, and you will get there. Don't worry about what can happen and think ahead in that way. Part of it is of being afraid because things have gone wrong so many times. And you know what? Things are going to go wrong. Things are also going to go right. It's not inevitable that everything will go wrong, but things will, at some point, inevitably go wrong again. What happened was very bad, like lots of going wrong in a row, and sometimes that happens. Everything's completely random. There's no order. It is chaos. And you have to have order within yourself as much as possible in order to brave that chaos. In order to brave the chaos of life, you have to be the order. Believe in yourself and actually give all your effort to things. Give it your 100. Give it your all. Don't be afraid to. You can achieve fucking anything you really set yourself to. Anything. But you gotta give it your all. You gotta give it your 100%. 100%. Don't be afraid to. And that's pretty much it, man. Don't seep in your loneliness. Just work on yourself. Go to bed early. Work out. Don't let your mind wander. Don't give yourself the free time to let that happen, to feel the sadness, the loneliness, the regrets, the thinking, the overthinking. Don't give yourself time for any of that. Work on yourself. Bust your ass and be so consistent with it, you don't have time for that. And then, as you do that, your life is going to get better. You're going to progress and get up and more and more and more, higher and higher, and get to where you want to be. And you're going to fix all those problems. Instead of sitting and being sad about them, work on yourself little by little. It takes small steps. It takes time, a long time sometimes. But you are going to build brick by brick up to where you want to be. And all those issues, the social issues, the dating issues, the health issues, the fitness issues, the job issues, the money issues, whatever it might be, the lack of experiences, the desire to travel, the desire for fun and excitement, and yada, yada. You're gonna fix those problems, but you gotta build up to get yourself better, level yourself up, level your life up. And it's not just gonna happen overnight. Delayed gratification. That's what discipline is. That is what will get you somewhere. You do it for yourself. You don't do it as a punishment. You do it to build a better life for yourself. You have to be able to look forward, not in an anxiety way, but in a knowing that you're laying foundation that you will later, you know, reap the benefits of. And it's not like you'll never get to stop and smell the roses. You'll smell the roses along the way, but you really need to learn to love the process. Once you learn to love the process, it's not even something you should dread. You love doing it, and that becomes the reward in and of itself, and you're having a better life. And I'm kind of trying to convince myself of that as I say it, because that's just not the way I think. It's not the way my brain is wired, but it's the truth, right? And I can see how it works. I can see how that happens, and you can love the process. And I know that, and I've thought that not too long ago while looking into all of this. I really could come to love the process. It's a big change from where I'm at. But just because you have naysayers and people who have never seen you do otherwise, so they badmouth you, just don't even mention it to them. Truly, don't talk about this kind of stuff, and honestly, maybe just keep a little more distance, as much as it might be not the greatest in all ways. People are gonna naysay you. Don't let them get to you. Don't let them get to you. They don't even mean it. It's because of who they are and where it comes from is, a lot of just projection, truthfully, of who they are and how their mindset is. And that means nothing to me. It shouldn't affect me whatsoever. But anyway, I can do anything I want. I can't let fear stop me from anything anymore. I can't wait for someone to come hold my hand and listen to all my